Another good day. Feeling very happy with those two sets that you just saw. The 330 for 2. Sometimes I get a little hyped up when I'm going for something in the lower repetition range. So I think if I'd gone a little slower, made sure my hands were a little more even because my right hand was out a little too far. There's definitely some I don't know. I mean, it's my right side, so I can't imagine that the right side is weaker because I'm right-handed. But I get a little tilt sometimes going on there. So we're going to go operation, correct the tilt, slow it down at the beginning, make sure the traps and the scapulas and the muscles and everything in the back are engaged a little better before I start. If I got to start doing those rear delts, you know who you are, who suggested. I think that was Vince. Maybe I got to start doing those before my bench press. A lot of the time, though, I just rush. I get too hyped. You know, same thing happens with deadlifts. Sometimes I get super hyped because I'm going for a PR, and I'm just like, all right, go. You know, because you saw that 315 afterwards, no tilt, comparable in weight, and there should have been a tilt there. You know, so I think a lot of it is I just need to slow down, which is challenging when you're trying to do a PR. Like, you got to get focused. You know, you got to be mentally there if you're going to push into new territory. But it's enough talk. We're going to check the weight, see what we got going today. Oh, hold on. I got to set up the scale. All right, here we are. Zero it out. 10 pounds, 0 pounds. This gets a little weird because it always says a number before you get your actual number. Interesting. Down a little today. Well, I'll take a bench PR on a low weigh-in. So here was the initial plan, but what I'm going to add in before I do that 280 is a couple more singles at 315 and just slow them down, pause, and try and keep everything nice and even. Then we'll move on to incline flies, and the crushers. This will be a fun PR. So I did the one set. I probably want to get maybe a nice set of 1 and do that this time and then 1 more time. So 3 total reps, but just slow and steady. Because like I said, I think definitely some of it is that I've got a tilt going on the right side, but when I did that 315 and I watched the video back, I was like, there's no tilt here, at least nothing compared to the 330. Obviously the 330 is heavy, but if I can control 315 like that, then maybe I just got to slow it down in my big set, even if that means taking a little bit of weight off, which is tough. But you know, you don't want to build on an imbalance like that because it'll just, you know, continue to get worse. Also, vote on the poll that I dropped on in the community section. The members only launched on September 15th. I talked about that in the video yesterday. Lots of cool new content coming your way. Drop a vote there whether or not you're interested in that. Either way, it's launched on September 15th, but I'm just trying to get a gauge of who's going to be signing up. You know, it's going to be very exciting. Was working on some content for it regarding bench press and form and whatnot for one of the members only videos. Right, easy one. I don't know about easy, but let's keep it nice and even. Those long pauses get you. If you missed the video yesterday, members only, gonna have technique, training principles, me talking about my exercises, why I do them, how to go about doing them, talking about the program that I used for the recent bulk, you know, that's boosted the deadlift and the bench, the log press, and then dedicated Q&A every month where you can ask me whatever you want. I'll answer it in the video. And then also an ebook going into much more depth about the bulk, explaining thought process, progression, you know, kind of adaptations I made throughout and I'm still making. Not necessarily a here you should do this program, just a here's what I did and here's what I think worked and maybe here's what didn't work. You know, we'll give it a couple seconds and I think we'll do one more. got the tendons. All right, a little rest. I would definitely not want to end my workout here because ending on a bunch of 1-rep stuff, not that great. Let's keep it going here. Get the burnout stuff going. The hypertrophic. All right. I just went with 185 because I did more like heavier 1-rep stuff than I thought I was going to do today. But I just wanted to start working on balancing out that right shoulder. Okay. The flies. Just looking for a lot of volume here. So we're going to do 3 sets. I'm going to go 15, 12, and then probably 8 on the end. And keep the rest in between minimal. Trying to get those hypertrophic movements in. I like these a lot more than the power flies I was doing before. I need a lot more weight for those. And I didn't feel my chest as much anyway. Now I lost track. Okay. Give it a couple seconds. Anybody out there watching at the beginning of their lifting journey, drop a comment. Let me know where you're at. It's a great journey. Continue on. Do your own research. Try different methods. I wish I did a lot more research and thought about things a little more when I first started my lifting journey. I think I was just, the passion for exercise was there, and that was pretty much it. I talked about this in the video yesterday. Like, I was going to the gym, doing random stuff. There was no focus. I mean, there was focus on going to the gym, but as far as a routine, how to do exercises, why I should be doing exercises, and I'm not saying that I've got it all figured out now, but there's some structure now, and there's more purpose, and form is definitely better than back then. I think I get one more set of 12, and we'll get some crushers in. That's it. As much as I would like to do a little more for the triceps, I've been lifting for a little while now. Those sets of 1 are great, and I think it's going to help even out the shoulders, but you got to rest 3 or 4 minutes in between. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to repeat. So it added 10 or 12 minutes to the workout that I wasn't initially planning on. All right. Eventually, I got to get the Bells of Steel barbell. It's like $200 because that one just, I don't know. Now that I know it's slightly uneven, it's going to bother me. All right, a little rest. All right. Would definitely not go all the way to failure with something like that, because lots of stretch on the elbow tendons. But I did more of a warm up beforehand, and weird as it sounds, yeah, my triceps are feeling good now, but that felt better than how the 55s typically feel. So even though I'm at the end of the workout, I just need more specific warm-ups. Yeah, 65s on the crushers. I don't know how the form looked. Hopefully good. I know last rep left one was a little slow. All right. I'm going to do always go slow the day after deadlifts, lowering stuff. Easy on the back. I'm going to do probably just the 30s, honestly. I should take my victory. Trying to be better about that sort of thing. Like, I had a big PR on something. The set afterwards, just chill, get the reps in. Just get a big set here. Loosen things up. There we go. Warm up. Even on the left side, though, that pec tendon area that sometimes feels tight feels good today. So it's probably all those slow eccentric 315 sets. Those feel good. Right as I was about to do my skull crusher set, I thought back to a video I saw a while ago of somebody doing something stupid. It was like these really partial range of motion skull crushers with 100 and something pound dumbbells. Like, it was not a skull crusher. I have no idea what it was. It was like this partial lat pullover. I don't know. It was titled skull crusher, and they detach their tricep tendon on it. This is a enhanced person. You know, you got to block that stuff out of your mind, because there's always risk of injury, but Bromley talks about this in a couple different videos. The risk of injury when you're supplementing is much higher, because for whatever reason, the tendons, part of it is just the tendons can't catch up with the muscle growth, but the tendons also actively get weaker. So you just have to be constantly more cautious with things that, I don't know, like think about that. How dangerous does that sound? Your muscles get stronger and you feel stronger, like you're able to do more, but you can't trust that like top 20, 30% strength. That sounds super, super sketchy to me. I would much rather have slightly less strength, but be able to trust the strength that I do have. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, that's what I thought about right before I did that set with the 65s. But I was like, nope, just keep it slow and steady. Full range of motion. That's why I like pausing the reps. All right. Also had a couple friends in, we'll say, past life that supplemented, and the injury rate was, I would say, I don't even know how to put, like, consistent. There was always something going on, not just small injuries, like pops in the knees, pops in the back, pops in the shoulders. And when I was lifting with them, they were always like, how do you not get hurt? Because I was doing sets of one, and obviously not the strength level I'm at now, but still halfway decent stuff. And like, how are you not getting hurt? Because I was doing sets of one, they were doing sets of 6 and 10. And, you know, I was still building my knowledge about exercise at that point in time. So they were like, oh, it must just be your genetic structure, something like that, the way you're built. You know, you've got long femurs and a medium torso, or I don't know, some nonsense. There's always a story. And then later on in life, I realized, oh, probably because they were supplementing with stuff and I was not. And so I was able to push my body to the appropriate limit. Whereas for someone supplementing, the limit increased, but the tendons did not catch up. So yeah, that's it for today. Stay natty. Like I said, check out the members only September 15th, $2.99, super reasonable price. Lot of great content. I already covered it in the video, so I won't repeat, but there's a post about it. If you don't mind, go check that post out, drop a comment, drop a like, vote on the poll, please, so I can get an idea of how many people are going to sign up once we initially start. I'm super excited about it. You are awesome. Hope you have an excellent day and get a workout in today. And stay healthy, stay safe, do your warm-ups, hydrate, get some good sleep. It's all the basics, right? That's what the channel is all about. Stick to the basics, you'll make progress. All right, that's it. Thanks.